Yes, hi, hello everyone. So, welcome everyone to the Master Series of Class 9. So, today we are going to look at the next concept and next exercise that we have in the chapter circles. So, सबसे पहले ये समझ लेते हैं that what exactly is this Master Series? That if you are joining these sessions new and you don't know exactly ये चल क्या रहा है, so we have this series for class 9 and 10 जहाँ पे हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं एनसीईआरटी के हर चैप्टर को. So once we are covering every chapter, so we are trying to look at all the concepts that we have in that particular chapter. ठीक है? So once we cover the concepts, we also look at the exercise of NCERT. So it means this series is very helpful for those who want to build up their basic foundation in NCERT for class 9 and class 10, right? And the timings are every Monday it's at 7 p.m. like today for class 9, and for class 10 it's every Friday at 7 p.m. So the timing is same, it's just the days which are different, right? Now another thing is that if you want to explore the previous sessions that we have had जो पहले हो चुके हैं, which are around 17 to 18 sessions, you can check out the playlist of career launcher CUET. ठीक है, इस चैनल पे अगर आप जाएंगे you will find separate playlist for class 9 and 10. So you can cover up all those sessions जो हो चुके हैं, and like in the IMB एग्जाम जो होने जा रहा है 13 दिसंबर को, उसमें क्लास 10 की एनसीईआरटी आ रही है. सो लाइक दिस इज वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू, राइट? सो नाउ लेट अस अगेन लुक एट द कॉन्सेप्ट्स जो नेसेसरी है इस सेशन के लिए. देन वी विल अगेन लुक एट द एक्सरसाइज ऑल्सो. So any doubts or queries that you guys have, please write it down in the comment section. Okay? Yes. So let us look at the basic terms and definitions which are important for the next exercise. The first one says that the angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended at any point on the remaining part of the circle. So for instance, if you are having a circle like this, तो आपको ये देखने को मिल रहा है that my angle POQ, can you see this angle POQ, is twice the angle of PAQ. So if you are having any angle जो किसी भी arc से बन रहा है, something like this, it will always be double of the other. ठीक है? So this is the very first important theorem that you must remember, and this is widely used in questions based on circles. Now the next thing is that angle in the same segment of a circle are equal. It means that if you will see anything like this, ऐसा circle है जहाँ पे ऐसे lines बन रही हैं, PAQ and PCQ. Now what is the relationship that we are trying to say is that PCQ is equal to PAQ. So basically ये जो दो angles है आपके पास, alpha and beta, ये दोनों equal हो जाएंगे. Okay? So this is the second theorem and it's very important. इसके application हम अभी exercise में देखने जा रहे हैं. So be patient. What is the next thing? That if a line segment joining two points subtend equal angles, जैसे my angle AEB, ADB and the other one AE dash B, अगर ये सारे angles equal है, so it in short means that all the 4 points lie on a circle. Now just remember that whenever the 4 points lie on a circle, उनको हम concentric भी कहते हैं. Okay, so this is the next point which is important. Now we have looked at 3 theorems so far. The next one is very important, concentric quadrilaterals. Cyclic quadrilaterals. Now it means that if you are having a quadrilateral placed inside a circle, जैसे ये ABCD हो गया. Now this is a quadrilateral. I am placing this inside a circle. Now what are the properties which are important? You must remember that if you are looking at the opposite angles like A, C, B and D. Now if you are looking at the sum, अगर मैं इन दोनों angles को add कर दूं, it should always be equal to 180 degrees. As in if I am adding angle A and C, you will get 180 degrees. If I'm adding B and D, it is also 180 degrees. Now this implies both ways, as in if you are having a cyclic quadrilateral matlab, now remember that all the 4 points of the quadrilateral must lie on the circle. ठीक है? जैसे ABCD, all the points are on the circle. So this is an important condition that you must remember. So if you are dealing with the cyclic quadrilateral, it means the sum of the opposite angles will automatically be equal to 180. Now other way around, that if you are having the opposite angles, uska sum agar 180 hai, so it also implies that the quadrilateral is cyclic. Okay, so it means the points of the quadrilateral lies on the borders of your circle. The next thing is the exercise. So there are in total 4 points that you must remember. Let's just summarize them. That your reflex angle POQ is twice of the inner angle, which is PAQ. Second, if you are having the same segment, in this case, the angles alpha will be equal to beta. Then what do you understand by cyclic quadrilateral and what is the relationship? Now let's look at the exercise 9.3. There is a figure that is given to you. A, B, C are the 3 points on the circle with center O. Okay. And the angle BOC and EOB is given to you, which is 30 and 60 respectively. Now there is another point D which is on the circle other than the arc ABC. Okay, so we need to find the angle ADC. Now if you remember, जो reflex angle वाला हमने समझा था, that my angle AOC has to be twice of my angle ADC. Yes, which was theorem number 9.7. So if I'm applying the same theorem, can I say what is my angle AOC? My angle AOC is angle AOB plus COB. This is already equal to twice of my ADC. And what is this? 60 degrees plus 30 degrees, which is 90 degrees. Now I'm dividing this with 2, which is 45 degrees. Now this is equal to angle ADC. Now this is a very short application that you have looked at. जो theorem 9.7 का है, उसी का application है ये. And you have got your answer as 45 degrees. So I hope that this question is clear to all of you. And we are done with this one. Now let's look at the next one. A chord of a circle is equal to the radius of the circle. Now remember, as per the very first statement, this is the diagram that we are going to assume. जो chord है AB, it is equal to the radius. Now OA and OB are the radius. So AB is equal to OA, which is further equal to OB. Now we need to find the angle subtended by the chord at a point on the minor arc and also on the major arc. So what you need to calculate is what is the angle we need to find. So वो चीजें लिख लेते हैं जो हमें find करने की जरूरत है. This is ADB, and what is the other one? ACB. Okay. So these are the two angles which you are supposed to calculate. And how can we calculate exactly? So now remember the fact कि मुझे given है AB is equal to OA is equal to OB. So it means, can I say that my triangle OAB is an equilateral triangle because all the sides are equal to each other? So it means my angle AOB is equal to my angle OAB, which is further equal to my angle OBA, which is equal to how much? 60 degrees, right? In the case of an equilateral triangle, all the angles are equal to 660. Now what is the next thing? You need to calculate the angle ADB. So is there any result that you guys can recall जिससे मुझे पता चले? Yes. So you can make use of the same theorem 9.7, which says that your angle AOB, this one, bigger one, is twice of the angle ADB. So it means you know what is the angle AOB. AOB is 60 degrees and divided by 2, which is equal to 30 degrees. So you have got the angle ADB, right? So we have got the first angle. Now what about the other one? Is there a relationship that you guys remember? Yes. So if you will observe that in the case of AB, B, C, D, this has to be the other way around. एक minute. So let's write the quadrilateral जो बन रहा है. Now if you will observe, A, C, B and D, all the 4 points are lying on a circle. So can I say we are dealing with a cyclic quadrilateral? If yes, the sum of the opposite angles, which is A and C, must be equal to 180 degrees, right? As per theorem 9.10. So it means my angle C is automatically equal to 180 minus, how much is this? 30. 150 degrees is the answer. And we are done with this question also. Right? So I hope so there is no confusion in this question and it is clear that what are the two angles that we need to calculate. Now the next question is, in figure 9.24, you are having that angle PQR is 100 degrees and we need to find the angle of OPR. Now just observe this point that your angle, not angle, OP is equal to OR. Why? Because you are having the radius. So it means if these two sides are equal, can I say that the angle OPR is equal to angle ORP? Because the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Right? Now also observe that if you are having 100 degrees here, if I'm looking at the reflex angle, can I say it will be how much? My angle POR. Focus it on the outer side. This has to be twice of my angle PQR, which is how much? 200 degrees. Right? And because overall, if I'm just looking at this, this is my point O. The whole angle is basically 360 degrees. So if I'm able to calculate the inner angle in my POR, what is this? This is my outer. This is my inner. 360 minus 200 is equal to 160 degrees. Right? So it means this is my 160 degrees. Now what is the relationship in my triangle PORS? Angle OPR yes. So we were here angle OPR. Now we are focusing on the triangle POR. So OPR plus ORP and what is the other angle? POR. So we are applying the angle sum property that the three angles, agar if I'm looking at the sum of all the three angles, it is equal to 180 degrees. So it means two of them are already equal. Which are they? OPR and ORP. So it means twice of x. For instance, मुझे x find करना है. And this is plus. How much is my POR? It is 160 degrees. So in short, I am getting x as 10 degrees. So the angle OPR is equal to 10 degrees. So I hope so there is no doubt in this question as well. This is clear to all of you. Now the next question. In the figure 9.25, which is as given here, the two angles are given, which is ABC and ACB. We need to find what is the angle BDC. Now, if I can say, I can apply the angle sum property in which triangle? ABC. So it means my angle A plus angle B plus angle C, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. I don't know the value of angle A. My angle B is 69 and the other one is 31. So angle A is coming out to be how much? 180 minus 69 plus 31 is 100. Right? So it means angle A is 80 degrees. So if angle A is 80 degrees, now you can apply the same theorem that if they are lying on the same line segment. Let me just show you which property I'm applying. This one. Angles in the same segment of a circle are equal, so it means my alpha is equal to beta. So on a similar line, if I know that the value of A is 80 degrees, so can I say the other one has to be also 80 degrees? Yes. So it means your angle BDC is also equal to the same 80 degrees. Right? Now the next question is, in the figure 9.26, you are given ABCD are the 4 points which are lying on the circle. AC and BD intersect at E, and the angles are given to you, which is BEC, ECD, and we need to find the angle BAC, this one that you're looking at. Now just understand that if you're looking at BED, which is a straight line, or if you were to also say that my angle BEC and CED, can I say they are forming linear pair? So can I somehow calculate the value of alpha here such that my alpha is equal to 180 minus 130 or 50 degrees? Now focus on the triangle ECD such that now you are applying the angle sum property such that you are finding the angle beta. So alpha plus beta plus 20 degrees is equal to 180 degrees because I am applying the angle sum property. So it means my alpha is 50. So 50 plus 20 plus beta is equal to 180. My beta is 180 minus 70, which is 110. And again, I'll apply the same concept that my angle A is equal to angle D, which is equal to 110. So if this question is clear, we are also done with this part. Now the next question is, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral whose diagonals intersect at E. So for instance, this is the cyclic quadrilateral and they intersect at E. The angle given is DBC is 70 degrees, BAC is 30 degrees. Okay, so these two angles are given to you. And further, we need to find angle BCD. So BCD is this whole angle which we need to calculate. Now try to look at my angle DAC must be equal to my angle CBD. Am I right? Because both of them are 70 degrees. Now it means this angle is 70 degrees. Can I say my total angle A is basically 70 degrees plus 30 degrees, which is 100, right? And because ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angles, if I'm looking at the sum, it has to be 180 degrees, and my angle C is how much? 180 minus 100, which is 80 degrees, right? So you have got the angle BCD. Now the next thing is that if AB is equal to BC, AB is equal to BC, then your angle BAC must be equal to, now this is after looking at the assumption that my AB is equal to BC. BCA. So these two angles will be equal, which is equal to 30 degrees. Now ECD. So ECD. Now when you know your total angle C is equal to 80 degrees, so it means 30 plus my angle ECD must be equal to the total 80 degrees, or ECD is equal to 50 degrees. So you have got all the values in this question as well. So I hope so this question is clear to all of you. And that is it for today's session. We have looked at all the important concepts for this exercise and we have looked at all the questions. If you guys have any doubts or queries, please write it down in the comment section. And thank you so much everyone. Please subscribe and share it with your friends.